Hey guys, welcome back to this episode of the Hair Loss Helper. So you're probably wondering what I have in store for you today. Well, lots of fun stuff. I am going to, as promised, undergo some sort of transformation, but I am not saying exactly what it's going to look like because I don't know. My niece has something planned for me. I'm a little nervous by the way she's giggling every once in a while when she looks at me. Nobody else knows about the plan, not my husband, not my kids, nobody. So I think what I would like you guys to get out of this today is that we can all have fun with our hair loss, and stay tuned, watch through to the end of this video because one, you get to see what my niece has done to me, but two, we'll talk about the mind-body connection and how you can use the mind-body connection to work towards self-improvement if that's what you need and that's what you want. All right, so here goes nothing. All right, everybody, the moment of truth. This is my niece Shirley.
Hello.
Hello. All right, let me get in position here. I've wet my hair. I'll put this on my jean shorts. I don't want them getting destroyed.
All right, I'm ready. I think I know what I'm doing.
I trust you, Shirley, implicitly.
You should completely. Okay.
So, what's the plan here? Where are you putting that?
Okay, so I'm gonna put it up until like your ears, right about halfway.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do all around, and it's gonna stay on for 15 minutes, and then you're gonna rinse it out.
Okay.
And so you're gonna Canada Day look.
Canada Day. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we're Canadian, from Quebec. Shirley and I were both born there. I grew up there. She grew up there. Well, she just moved to Utah to go to university. So that's our story, why we celebrate Canada Day. And so you're giving me a Canada Day look, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a Canada Day. So we're gonna do, the tips are gonna be white, so we're gonna bleach the tips. They also didn't give any gloves, so I guess I'm just gonna have like red hands, but I don't really mind.
Now, you've done this before, right, Shirley?
I mean, I did my hair like 3 days ago, maybe even 4 days now, where I lightened my hair, but I've never colored my hair or colored someone else's hair. Oh, no, actually, I think I've helped my sister color her hair once.
Okay. So, if my hair falls out, this will just expedite the process if I react to this.
I mean, how wrong could this possibly go?
Seriously?
I mean, I could see like maybe your scalp getting quite red, like from the dye.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that'll go away with some rinses.
You feel like it will go away?
I feel. It'll go away, yeah.
I feel like I'm getting I feel like I'm getting a massage.
That's what I was gonna say. Does that at least feel nice?
It does, actually. All right, everybody, phase 1 is complete. How does it look? Less scary, I think, than what it looked like a few minutes ago. Shirley's busy mixing up some sort of concoction for some science for the second phase. You know, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but when I was growing up, my mom always told me, don't dye your hair, you're gonna ruin your hair will fall out. So now I'm thinking, does it really matter? My hair is gonna fall out anyways, may as well have some fun experimenting with different looks. And so in honor of Canada Day, this is the new look.
And I know that my mom always tells me the same thing, you know, she's always like, don't lighten your hair, it's beautiful, it's natural and everything.
Yeah.
But I think having fun with your hair is, you know, just as beautiful and feeling confident in it.
Yep. Hey everybody, do I look different? So, it didn't go quite as we envisioned because we wanted this to be white, white, white at the tips, right?
Yeah, we would definitely wanted it to, well, I made this professional choice all on my own, of course. This was all planned. But it was supposed to be white here and then red on the top. But it turned into more of like an ombre, reddish pink. But I'm liking it.
I am too. I gotta say. And then I'll turn around so you can see the back here. So we're thinking maybe tomorrow we're gonna do the tips.
Maybe
red.
do all red, so then it would more be like a bright red on the bottom and then more like a deeper red on top.
Yeah.
And it's a kind of a 4th of July look right now because of the blue makeup on the eyes, but.
And that was all planned.
That was planned too.
All right. Thank you, Shirley.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm glad it turned out good.
We'll see what Uncle Andrew and the boys think.
All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Love you too. Bye. I will. Bye. Oh my God. Mom? Oh my God. It looks cool. Lynn has dyed her hair orange.
It's not orange.
It's like reddy orange.
It's red and it's supposed to have white tips, but the white tips didn't come.
Dyed her
Alright,
hair
so
red.
now we are gonna go show my cousin Burgess.
Yeah, she dyed her hair red.
Burgess.
It's burned. Yeah, I like it.
Well, that went really well, right? I mean, that could have gone a lot worse, and it was actually the perfect reaction. It was what I was hoping for, so I'm overjoyed. I think what I might do now is redden the tips a little bit. So these are really red, and this will be less red. I don't know. I'm still playing, and that was the point of this, right? Is to have fun. If you know that your hair is going to be gone in a month, a week, a year, then play with it. What harm, I guess, can come out of it? All right, so now for the academic part of this. Last week we talked about locus of control and how you can fall at the internal end of the spectrum or the external. And I said how it's actually better that you fall more towards the internal end of the spectrum, because that means that you believe that you're in control of your life, you're in control of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and when things happen to you, good or bad, in large part, they're because of your choices, your actions, etc. Now, you don't want to be too far. Remember, we talked about that, because then you believe that everything is the result of your actions, your thoughts, feelings, etc. So you might then, if you're at that very end of extreme end of the continuum, the internal, you might say, oh, so my hair loss then is my fault. It's something that I did. I ate the wrong food. I don't know, I did too many drugs. I did this, I did that, all right? I am not in control of my stress levels, etc. And nobody wants you to go there, all right? So we are not saying that when everything happens to you, it's because of your actions or thoughts, etc. All right, that's important, because otherwise you're going to start to self-blame. All right, so why talk about the mind-body connection? Well, first of all, I don't think there is a health psychologist or just psychologist around who does not believe that the mind and body are interconnected. Now, there's a debate of whether or not mind can be separate from body, whether they are one and the same thing, and I'm not going to go into that philosophical, largely philosophical discussion, because that would take too long and you might turn me off before I get to the end. So let's just talk about what we mean by the mind-body connection, okay? So they're intertwined, all right? That means that the mind affects the body affects the mind. It's a reciprocal interaction. It goes both ways, all right? Now, that means that you can use your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions to have some effect on your body. And vice versa, your body can affect how you feel, how you think. Now, let me just give you a quick example of each so you'll believe in this mind-body connection. And then we'll work into or move into how we take advantage of that connection to work towards self-improvement, self-enhancement. Again, I never want to imply that you're not already perfect in many, many ways, but I always like to think there's some room for improvement, right? Okay, so some examples. Let's talk about how the body affects the mind. So a really good example is when you are physically sick, all right? You've got the flu, you've got a really bad cold. The last thing you feel like doing is going to a party and whooping it up, right? Well, I imagine. You feel yucky. You're in a bad mood, generally speaking, right? You don't want to hang out with people. You just want to curl up in bed and wait for it all to blow over, all right? So that would be an example of how the physical body can affect your mind. One more quick example, people who are in chronic pain for years, if the pain is severe, almost all of them, a very high percentage, are going to be depressed as well. And I think you can understand why, right? If we're in pain all the time, that would certainly cause me to, my mood would certainly become depressed, all right? Okay, so what about the mind influencing the body? The best example I can give you, I think, is the placebo effect. Now, most people know about the placebo effect. They think of fake sugar pills, right? Oh, take this pill and your pain will go away. Well, what people don't realize is that although that part of the equation is true, a placebo is something that we give you that is really inert. It's not supposed to do anything, right? It doesn't have to have sugar in it. It could have saline water or something. It doesn't have to be that, but it is something that we're doing to you. It doesn't have to be a pill. Something we're doing to you, something we're giving you. Shouldn't have any effect on you physically, but it does, all right? Now, people think, a lot of people think, that placebo effects are fake. And that could not be any further from the truth. Placebo effects are real. Now, how do we know this? Because we studied them, right? We see that when we give people, now I haven't done the research myself, but others have seen that when they give people a placebo, they see real neurochemical changes in their brains, for example. They see real physiological changes in their body. Our minds have an untapped ability, I think, to affect our body in ways we never dreamed of. I believe firmly that our brain, in fact, contains all the pharmaceuticals we would need to cure diseases and viruses, bacterial infections, etc., if we only knew how to tap into it, all right? Now, because the mind and body are interconnected, we can take advantage of that. We can, for example, when we combine a good internal locus of control with the knowledge that our mind and body are interconnected, we can use that information to improve things like self-esteem, self-confidence. We can, according to some people, even lose weight just by using the power of our thoughts alone. Now, I know that sounds far-fetched, right? And there's probably a limit to what you can and cannot do. There certainly is a limit. But there are some people who believe that, for example, if you stress about your weight, then that's going to affect your ability to think rationally about food choices. It may even affect your metabolism if you're super stressed. Ever try to metabolize a big meal if you're really stressed? It just kind of sits there forever and ever. Okay, so it's not so far-fetched if we think about it that way, all right? Now, I will give you more tips and tricks next week, all right? So more examples, things that you can do to practice some of what I'm telling you. So we're going to look at some exercises next week. I don't mean exercises, jumping jacks and stuff like that. I mean more on the academic side of things, but fun things, all right? So we're gonna do that, and I have another surprise, another transformation planned, so we'll see how that goes. Tune in next week. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, I really want you on this journey with me. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun, and lots more good stuff to come. All right. See you later.